Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing, the big Riyadh card that's coming up on Saturday. What are they calling it now? I've forgotten the name of it. They give it some Ponzi name. But one of the fights, nothing Ponzi about this fight. This is a good fight. It's between Jesse Bam Rodriguez and the unheralded but unbeaten Fernando Daniel Martinez. Now, I say he's unbeaten, Martinez. First of all, he's 34. He's from Argentina. Very, very tough guy. He's held the IBF super flyweight belt. I think he's currently got the WBA one. He's a WBA champ. And in those 18 fights, I mean, I think he won the IBF belt against Jerwin Ancajas when Ancajas was at the top of the tree. This was back in 2022. Ancajas was like 31 wins, only one defeat and a couple of draws. And it was a unanimous decision in favour of Martinez. And then they had a rematch, which I can't remember if it was the following year or the same year. Might have been the same year, 2022. And that was another unanimous decision. In fact, it was quite wide. I think they were both comfortable wins for Martinez, from what I remember of them. That was for the IBF super flyweight title. And then he fought, he went over to Japan because he's travelled a bit, this Martinez. I say he's a kid, he's 34. Don't look a day over 18, but he's actually 34, believe it or not. He fought Kazuto Ioka in Japan. That was with the IBF belt on the line. He won a unanimous decision, deservedly so. They had a rematch, and again, it was a repeat, unanimous decision. I think the cards were closer, but it was a unanimous decision. You don't get many rip-offs in Japan. The judging is very good, very, very high quality in Japan, and you never get hometown favoritism. I think the crowd wouldn't put up with it. They would boo. But so we have to say, having done, two 12-rounders with Ancajas and then two 12-rounders with Ioka, this guy, even though he's only had 18 fights, he's undefeated. And yeah, he's a legitimate fighter. 18 wins with 9 KOs, no draws, no defeats. The age 34 indicates that he is quite old he used to be. If you were 34 and you were a super flyweight 30 years ago, 40 years ago, you were like, my God, he's ancient. But now with modern dieting and conditioning and so on, you can prolong your career, and he has only had 18 fights. But he's got rounds in the bank. So he is a threat. Coming in as WBA champ, and he, of course, is going to face someone who's much younger than him, Jesse Bam Rodriguez. So was he 24, 25 now, mid-20s? Very, very good, really excellent fighter. Definitely, in my opinion, a sort of top 6, top 7 pound for pounder. Burst onto the scene, absolutely burst onto the scene when he was a light flyweight and he jumped up 2 weights and won a unanimous decision over Carlos Cuadras and picked up the vacant super flyweight title. Then he defended it. He knocked out what's his name? You know what I mean? A Filipino Korean fella, Wang Sak or something. Swissakat. You know the fucker I mean. For Christ's sake. He knocked out Chocolatito, beat Chocolatito twice. I can't remember his bloody name. Swissakat Sorungvasai? Something like that. Swissakat Sorungvasai. I think that's how you pronounce it. Probably not. You're going to massacre me in the comments, but get on with it. But anyway, Bam stopped him in 8 rounds. And this was back in 2022 when he was still a kid. I think I'm right in saying Bam Rodriguez is the first fighter born in the 21st century to win a world title. I think he was only like 20, pushing 21 maybe. He also beat... he then went... I think he then went back down. Right? Yeah, he went back down to flyweight, didn't he? Because he fought Sonny Edwards. And Edwards was undefeated at the time. He forced Edwards' corner to pull their fighter out after 9 rounds. He had Edwards on the floor. Juan Francisco Estrada, he went back up to super fly because he couldn't make the flyweight. Fought Estrada for the WBC title, knocked him out in 7 rounds. Was on the floor very briefly, but other than that, it was an exemplary performance by Bam Rodriguez. He showed a ton of skills, poise and concentration, and he has an incredibly high ring IQ, Jesse Rodriguez, really high. He knows what punches to throw when, what tools to take out of the box at what time. And he outclassed one Francisco Estrada, who was 2 wins and 1 defeat against Chocolatito. In my opinion, Chocolatito won 2 of those fights. But that's not the point. The guy went, 36 rounds with, I think it was the 36 rounds with Chocolatito. Was one of them a 10-rounder? I can't remember. And Bam just smashed through him. And yes, the knocker, if you want to play devil's advocate, you could say, well, Estrada and Rungvisai and Cuadras were all past their best. Yeah, they were. But for this young kid to just smash them up and outclass them, outbox them, and then beat them up and then stop 2 of them, it's a hell of an achievement. Now, having said that, against Fumalela Cafu in his last fight, Rodriguez took 10 rounds to get his work done. And that's not to say he didn't dominate the fight. He did. Cafu was unbelievably courageous and resilient, and there was no quitting the kid whatsoever. And prior to that, I mean, he had a very easy defense of the WBC title against Pedro Guevara. That was a 3-round stoppage. I think Guevara was on the floor a couple of times in the 3rd round. And Bam really showed some skills. If you give Bam a chance to show his skills, he will completely befuddle you. He really will. He's a southpaw. Every punch in the book. Can do the 12. So in order to beat him, you're going to have to unsettle him. And the thing about Fernando Daniel Martinez is that he is a come-forward pressure fighter. Now, in my opinion, he doesn't do it particularly scientifically from what I've seen of him. He goes storming in, loves the big right hand, the overhand right, lots of guts, lots of pressure, but only has 9 KOs, only had 9 KOs in 18 wins. That's 50%. He hasn't got one-punch power. He's an attritional fighter. And in my opinion, he's going to need a lot more than that to beat Bam Rodriguez. Bam has so many skills, has considerable power, 15 KOs in 22 wins. But if you look at the quality of the opposition, that's actually quite a lot. And just a really well-rounded young fighter, Bam Rodriguez. I mean, he can unify divisions. He's got potential greatness in him. What I see with Martinez is a very earnest, tough fighter who will give you work, put pressure on you, make life very, very difficult for you if you let him, but ultimately can be outboxed and can be outpunched. He doesn't have the biggest of punches. How can he beat Bam? Well, the only thing he's going to bring is pressure. But if he's capable of throwing punches for every second of 36 minutes, he's got a chance of winning. But then, of course, he's going to leave himself open at some point, and Bam's going to clock him. I don't think there's anything wrong with Martinez's jaw, at least not from what I've seen. But again, I don't really see. I just think Bam is too technically good for him and hits too hard. So, despite the undefeated record and the fact that he has held 2 of the belts, I don't give Martinez much chance in this fight. I think, to me, this is like a 70-30 fight, 70% for Bam Rodriguez, and I think that's what will happen. I think you'll see Bam coming out. Martinez will put the pressure on him, try to put pressure on him. He might give him a few problems for the first 3 rounds. I'm trying to think of positives for Martinez, but I see Bam. Once he settles down, finds his rhythm, gets the range, finds a range, he'll be able to consistently hit Martinez as he's coming in, bust him up, and ultimately stop him. And I think it will happen in about 7 rounds, 6, 7 rounds, 8, 6, 7, 8, that sort of middle part of the fight. I think that's what's going to happen. So yeah, Jesse Rodriguez, Bam Rodriguez, I'm picking him to stop Martinez, like I say, middle rounds, but we'll see. What do you think? Do you rate Bam as highly as I do? Or are you one of those people that says, yeah, he's got very good names in his record, but they were past their best? What do you think? Tell me about Bam. If you know more about Martinez than I do, please, tell me. Leave your comments below. I don't mind that. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, of course, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And of course, it's always appreciated. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice evening. I'll catch you later. Bye for now.